What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing okay. Now, in today's episode, I wanted to talk about the importance of simplifying change. Because change is a lot more simple than we think it is. A lot of people overcomplicate change. If they're not happy about something in their life, instead of changing it quickly, making a quick plan and changing it quickly, they overcomplicate what needs to be done. The plan has to be beyond perfect. The strategy has to be flawless. And they won't start creating the change until every single little thing in their life aligns with their plan. And often, that's just not the reality. More than not, it's very hard to create the perfect set of circumstances in order to change. Life is messy. Life is uncoordinated. If every single time you wanted to do something in your life, you had to wait for all the stars to align, you'd never get anything done. So the wake-up call that a lot of guys need is that the perfect time to make change is now. The reality is it was actually yesterday. But there's no time machine, you can't go back. So instead of going forward and looking at things in an overly complicated manner, understand what the problem is, figure out what you need to do, and start. No 47-day plan or 36-hour strategy session. Just jump straight in there. You're complicating the process more than it needs to be. Let's say you are not happy with your shape. You feel like you've put on a few pounds. You look in the mirror. You're not as pleased with your current physique as you were maybe 6 months ago. You've let yourself go a little bit. We've all been there. A lot of people will say, right, I'm going to go on the keto diet. I'm also going to do this particular workout strategy every single week. I'm going to work out every single day of the week. I'm going to train twice a day, do cardio in the morning, I'll do strength in the evening. Then I'll do a yoga session and sauna, and it becomes so elaborate and complicated that when it comes around to actually starting, that's when the procrastination comes in. That's when the excuses arrive. That's when you don't get the ball rolling. Because people complicate things way, way more than it ever needs to be. Simply in that situation, if you are not happy with your current physique, identify the foods that you're eating that you probably shouldn't be eating. Then, next step, start conducting more exercise on a more regular basis. And, I don't know, maybe if you want to keep the motivation going, pop in a cheat meal once a week or something like that, once every 2 weeks. Give yourself a bit of an incentive, a reward to keep going. But this over-planning and this over-strategy isn't something that's going to serve you too well in the long run. You're going to have so much to do before you've even started that it's going to put you off making real change. Simplify the change. A lot of change just starts with taking action. It's not about the plan. It's not about the strategy. It's not about having everything perfect. Nothing's going to be perfect. I'm sat here, it's a Sunday afternoon, it's a pretty glum day, it's raining, you can probably hear the pitter patter. I haven't got the microphone. The camera's not a 4K, 1,000 pound camera. I'm filming on an iPhone. Is this the perfect scenario? Probably not. Does it matter? Probably not. Right? The stars aren't always going to align, and if you are waiting for the stars to align before you make change, you're not going to change anything. Not just your physique, not just your financial situation, but it'll affect your personal life, in relationships, etc. Nothing is ever going to be perfect. You have to get used to making change quickly. You have to get used to starting new chapters in your life and starting new things within your life without everything being perfect. It's never going to be perfect. And you don't really want it to be perfect. You don't really want to find yourself only doing things when it's perfect, because then you become an overly cautious individual. An individual who will only really put their foot on the gas if they're certain the car's going to work. There's no risk. Now, I mean, the car's probably not the best example, because I wouldn't get behind a car that I wasn't sure was working properly. But you can put it into whatever you like. You know, you're not joining the jiu-jitsu club because, well, it's not a perfect gym that you imagined in your dreams. You imagined that the walls were padded and it's a small gym. They've not got the money yet to build the sort of design of gym that you would like to train in, so you don't go. It's like, well, if you do that, you're never going to start jiu-jitsu, right? If you don't start the gym because it doesn't look like your ideal gym, you're probably not going to get to a place where you ever go in your ideal gym. You just have to start. Sometimes the beginning of your journey in whatever it is that you'll do, the beginning of change might look very amateur. It might be very rough to begin with. But with more practice and more consistency, you will level up. But you cannot begin to level up if you do not start. So stop waiting for things to be perfect. Stop waiting for the circumstances to be extraordinary. Very rarely is life going to present the perfect circumstances to you. So get used to doing things when everything doesn't go according to plan. Get used to doing things and making change in your life when you're not really ready, because it will serve you very, very well in the long run. Anyway, look, it's a quicker one today, guys. I hope you took some value from this video. If you did, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, comment your thoughts down below, and I will see you in the next one.